So welcome back. If you're watching this, it means you're preparing for the Search Police Assessment Centre or for the Day 1 Assessment Centre. And this video is a very special one because I'm going to tell you how it's absolutely imperative that you use the F word during your role plays. Yes, please do use the F word and use it lots. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, if I use the F word, I'm going to fail. No, that's just your mind working. That is just the way your mind works. Have a word with yourself, because the F word to me is one of the most powerful words you can use, especially when you combine it with 5 WH questions and you've got knowledge of which ones of those are catalytic, which ones of those are cathartic. Now, that comes from the world of John Heron's 6-category intervention analysis. If you want to look that up, fascinating stuff. But I'm going to show you how to use the F word, the feelings word, in a way that is going to score you incredibly well, probably especially more at the Day 1 Assessment Centre. So you'll be aware already, which I have a stage process that we utilised for the role plays. It's called CUTSA. It's based on a non-contact conflict management model that the police don't tend to use anymore. I don't know why. It's just not, it doesn't seem to be taught, but it's a really good way of managing any conflict in a non-contact way. So we utilise CUTSA in this way. The C stands for confront, and we've got some set lines that we're going to use there, depending on the type of role play we're going to approach. The understanding phase, we've got certain questions that we are always going to ask. One of those is coming up in a moment, folks. Then we've got our define and summarise stage, where we're going to define any policies or define anything that might be happening that's going to be beneficial to the role player. Moving then on to solutions, a range of different solutions. I talk about my EPA solutions. This is a model I used as a neighbourhood inspector all those years ago, back in the day. That anything we do that involves enforcement should also involve prevention and advocacy. So how are we going to put something back into the community and enable and support members of the community? So we're at the solution phase now. We then move into the assess and monitor phase, where we've got set lines for that. And then the results phase, which is very small. It just sort of puts the icing on the cake of the role player. So we've now got something else that I've introduced, because I want to make sure that if you're doing the Search Assessment Centre, you come across as being someone who's supportive, and you can't ever be marked down for being dismissive, which has happened to a couple of my clients over the past year. And for the Day 1, oh my goodness, if you demonstrate these sort of skills, you're going to so nail it, especially in the one person, young person vulnerability role play, which you're going to have to do. So, our 5 levels of feelings, 5 levels of feelings type questions. They get more and more intense as you go along. You're not going to be able to use them for every one of the role plays, but these are useful skills anyway once you're a police officer. And if you want to know more about this, the real in-depth stuff and the actual words to use, the lines to use, which you can just learn and practice. So when it comes to your role plays, you can just knock them out without thinking about it. Then go to my clients only Facebook group. If you are one of my clients already, get yourself over there and look that video up. The 5 levels of feelings. You're going to love it. You're going to love this one. One of my clients said the other day that it was worth paying for the one-to-one coaching just to have access to this concept. You Google it, you won't find it anywhere. This is something I've put together based on over 30 years worth of experience, where I've studied communication skills, different communication methods and models. So what we're getting here is a real mix of motivational interviewing, 6-category intervention analysis, 5WH, TED Pi, neuro-linguistic programming, and Carl Rogers' person-centered counselling, and to boot, some of my favourite lines from the film and book To Kill a Mockingbird. I call it my Atticus Finch question. If you've read the book, watch the film, you'll know what I'm talking about. Or you might not. Go to the client only group, that'll tell you more. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask our feelings type questions in a way, first of all in the understanding phase. We're going to ask the question, so how is all of this making you feel? So how is all of this making you feel? You could go into it a little bit more depth there. You could say, I can't even begin to understand what impact this must be having on you, or how you must be feeling at this moment in time. So how are you feeling? How are you feeling? got to over egg the pudding a little bit of overacting, because this will have an impact. It will have an impact on how you are scored. The next feelings question comes in respect of the solution phase. So you're going to find that the role player is not up for your solutions at all. They're just not interested. Same with the day one. In the two-person role play, you might find that one of them likes your solutions, the other one's not interested. In which case, we can ask them the question, even before they say, look, I'm not interested, I don't like it, I don't think that will work, is that the best you can do, whatever it might be, depending on the type of role play you're doing. We're going to ask people, we're going to deliver some solutions, some ideas, and then we're going to say, so how do you feel about those solutions? How do you feel about those solutions? So there's two of the feelings questions that you can ask during the role plays. If you want to know a little bit more, go to the client only group, because the next three, this is where it gets a little bit more complex. This is where you're going to be asking feelings questions to define ideas from the role player. You're going to learn how to use a set of lines that involve, again, feelings to develop a sense of compromise between the role player and the imaginary, whoever it might be. Or in the case of the two-person role play, you've actually got two people in front of you, so you can utilize this compromise approach, again, using feelings type questions. And then the last one, oh my goodness, this is such a good one. It's going to enable you to develop this incredible empathy, or to enable someone else to develop this incredible empathy for the other. This is the Atticus Finch moment, the Atticus Finch question. So I've developed these over the past couple of months. It was the 4 levels of feelings. I've now developed it into 5 by introducing the compromise concept. Everything in policing is a compromise. So this should help you display skills that are, and attributes that are very much desired ones for a police officer. So if you'd like to find out a little bit more, if you want to join our amazing Facebook group, a support group for people who are wanting to join the police. Actually, a lot of people who succeed stay inside the group to help inspire others. We've now got over 100 mentors in that group, almost 10,000 members. Almost 10,000, can you believe it? It all started off about 2 or 3 years ago with just one person, me, and it's just grown. It's just this amazing community. I can't keep up with the number of posts. Over the past week, there's been, I think it was 360 posts in just 1 week, and over 2,700 comments, likes and reactions. I can't keep up with it. But the group is self-regulating, self-policing, self-supporting. So I don't actually need to do that much. An amazing group. You'll find a link to that below. Please do join us. It's just an incredible group. And from there you may choose to do some of my courses, whether they're online ones, my amazing seminars. Oh my goodness, I love running those seminars. And my one-to-one coaching sessions, my webinars, the full range of services that are available to you to help support you through the police recruitment process. And you'll find some links to those below. You won't find anyone else out there who knows more about police recruitment than me. There might be some people who are offering similar services, but have they got over 3 decades worth of experience where they've committed themselves to exploring not just what's offered in the police, like the Peace Search interview package or the non-contact conflict management models, but I've done courses, I've been to college, night school, university to learn, develop my skills, debriefing skills, neuro-linguistic programming, motivational interviewing, person-centered counselling, a whole range of different courses. You're getting the very best of all of that combined into models and structures that will enable you to succeed at the police assessment centres. But not just that, those who hang around and stay inside the group, they often talk, when I get to speak to them, they talk about how these models and structures have been very useful for them in their future careers as police officers. So you know where to go, folks. I'll look forward to seeing you soon in the Facebook group. Take care and see you soon. Bye for now.